I see. Your entrepreneurship journey, I know you've gone full cycle. I think at one stage you were owning a club. You were owning a club. Yeah, back then. I've got the advantage that I've seen you growing up.
We owned Millennium at Anderson Street.
Yeah. Anderson Street was still...
It was still proper Anderson Street, yes. Yes.
Yeah, and then you've done other things up until you do big things like the Graskop Gorge Lift. There was this SMME... Dream South.
Yes.
Look, it was a good project. I didn't think it was going to fail. What made it fail? Because you were assisting the small business person who cannot afford an office to have an office, a
and
landline,
and everything,
Wi-Fi, and the coaching.
Yes, and coaching.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, I think one of the things that we didn't do thorough research.
Yeah.
In Nelspruit.
Okay.
We thought there were a lot of entrepreneurs in Nelspruit. Nelspruit has got very few entrepreneurs. It has tenderpreneurs.
We're talking about it before we started. I was telling him about the project.
Because if now I can ask you to name 20 business people in Nelspruit, not tenderpreneurs, business people that are running, black entrepreneurs that are running enterprises in Nelspruit and the surroundings. You know, I don't think that you will quickly name them. You know,
it's difficult.
It's going to be very, very difficult
to think of a brand that can attach
to name.
It to individual.
It will be Basco. It will be a few guys. It will be. I mean, I still struggle also to say, but who are they? You know, because you don't. They are not there. But we've got tenderpreneurs. You know, if you close the government tab, you would destroy a lot of people. You know, so that was our biggest challenge with Dream South. They most of the work that they do it in the comfort of their boot of their car. So they don't need all these things because they are not building enterprises.
It's more about getting an order to something quickly.
It's scope and verkoop. Even that construction tender, you see, it's I'm taking it to someone to go do it for me.
You know, not establishing a construction company.
No. Many of the construction companies, if we can do an assessment of them at the Department of Public Works who are building, I think you will not be surprised if 70 of them don't even own a shovel. They don't even own a shovel. You see, their owners drive AMGs and everything. They don't even have a bike. Yes, so that's basically what we have done. I mean, if you look at the amount of money which government has spent, this province was supposed to be a hub of industry. I mean, let's take an example. How much money have we spent on scholar stationery? You see, we've got SAPI producing the paper here. You see, so can't we make exercise books
locally
and employ people? You see, we've got all these mango trees and around here. Which black company that has that makes archer? You know,
exactly.
You see, we import toothpicks and straws. We import toothpicks and straws.
And we have all these things.
You see, we have all these things. You know, the major hotels and everything, they're not owned by us. You see, and yet government is the biggest buyer of these services. You see, so if you are a leader that is concerned about its people, and you're in government and you are spending all this money, clearly you should be like, now something is not going right. Something is not going right here. But because you don't care, you want your card. You want your card there. Nobody cares. I promise you.
Yeah, but it's a pity that you could not find business people
Yes, I couldn't.
or people who really wanted to create sustainable businesses.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Go to the industrial areas of Nelspruit and look at who is there and how many black people are there. Yeah. Go now and check. You'll
Yeah.
find 4 out of all the industrial areas around Nelspruit. Go to Rocky Drift and see who is there. You see, and there's nobody in government that begins to ask the question why.
But now as a bit of advice, because you made the turnaround from being a
government official,
salaried,
yes,
dependent person to begin to create your own things to generate income. What advice would you give to somebody who wants to do that? The risks involved, obviously, and everything.
Never underestimate the power of association. You see.
Okay.
And I fully understand. And I'm not. Please, my statements are not accusing black people.
Oh yeah.
You see, it's because as black people, remember, many of us are first generation entrepreneurs.
Yes.
I mean, at my age, I'm the only entrepreneur at home in my entire family, both from the maternal and the paternal side.
Okay. Yeah.
You see, so there has been no history of entrepreneurs. And many of our families, it is like that.
Yeah.
And those guys that are doing their tenders, I take my hat off them because it is a first attempt to do things.
Yeah.
But we have to grow from there because I have seen them for many years.
Yeah.
When they have got their good connection, things go well. When that connection leaves, they get worse off. You see? So all we need to be able to do, to say to these guys, what do you do when things are rosy? What sort of establishment, how do you train yourself to be an entrepreneur? You know, so I'm saying never underestimate the power of association, because the power of association, especially from people that have walked the road before, they will be able to carry you. You know, I thank God all the time for the kind of partners that I have, when we do business, because they've carried me. This is how we market tourism.
This is how things work.
This is how things work. This is how you read a financial statement. This is how you do this. So they carried me until I am where I am right now, to be able to now think broad about enterprise development.
But it's also about meeting the right people.
Yes.
Because more often than not, you will have those people, but they will use you as a front, the black person, to get things for themselves, and they don't transfer any skill or anything to you.
So again, it is up to you to say how do you receive, or do you allow yourself that space? Because you can't push me, I'll fight. If you were to push me and make me a fight, I'll fight. But many of us get comfortable with that. It's like, if I can get this money and I don't have to wake up in the morning, what's the point? It's okay. So I'm saying is my advice is business organizations. That's why I went into fully established business, not these business forums that wake up tomorrow because there's a tender going on and we want to be subcontracted. You see, I said, I joined a business organization. I joined Kruger-Lofeld Chamber of Business and Tourism as a member. And at that time, I didn't have a business.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I didn't have a business at the time.
All right.
Because I just wanted to interact and understand
how it works.
It works. So I joined it.
Okay.
And I was still working for government at the time.
Okay.
So when I was planning my exit, I knew that my exit was going to be rocky. I planned ahead. That you always take insurance not because you want to crash your car, but because you want to cover for certain unfortunate eventualities.
Yes.
So I bought a guest house. This guest house where we are. You see.
Okay.
And I said, I'm going to start a guest house. And we expanded it. We bought another property next to it.
Okay.
So that what I wanted to do was for the guest house to at least make the money that I was earning in government, so that when I leave, the family does not struggle.
Yeah, you still have the income. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. So I went to join Robert Gumede. I learned a lot there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, I've never, in Robert Gumede's office, I mean, my entire school years have never taught me what I learned there. And that's what inspired me to say, but I can be part, I can start things. So instead of working with Robert Gumede, I can partner Robert Gumede.
Yeah.
And even when I decided to come back home, I still, because I left here, went to Johannesburg, and the hype where we were on the hit list, you remember there was a hit list.
Things are bad. 2009,
I left
2010,
government at that time.
Yeah.
You see, off the hit list.
Running away.
Yeah, because I was on the other side.
Yeah.
You see, and guilty by association.
Yeah.
I mean, I have stripes at the back of Matthew Bosa's sins, and I never did. So I was guilty by association. That I was associating with Matthew and last year at the time.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot, and I decided to say, you know what, I may need to come back and start my things.
Yeah.
And my advice to many of my black aspiring entrepreneurs is 5% of something is better than 100% of nothing. If you look at the most successful companies in the JSE and everywhere, in the tourism sector and everywhere, they are not owned by one person. If you look at Patrice Motsepe, go deeper and look at who are the other shareholders in his companies.
Yes.
You see, he may be the face of these companies, but go in the background, because successful businesses, are not run by an individual, are run by a group of people.
Okay.
If you look at Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, go behind Tesla and look at the shareholders. And look at the shareholders.
You're touching an important point, and maybe that's where we've been failing as blacks.
Yes.
Because I have a spaza shop here.
Yes.
I also, next door, I want to build my own spaza shop.
Yes.
Sell exactly the same product.
Thing. Yeah.
And I don't talk to you and say, hey, my neighbor, can we combine and do something together?
Yes.
So
that's the problem. They say the guy opens a car wash. The other guy wants to compete him. Instead of the other guy wanting to say, no, I can supply you with all your equipments. Instead of so instead of supplying this one guy of the car wash, you can supply all the guys of the car wash. But he wants to own a car wash on his own, and then you become the director of finance, HR, and everything, and it burns you out. So when you have a group of people, the amount of the load of work is divided amongst yourselves. This one does this one does this.
Yes.
We come once a month in the middle of the once a month in our board meeting, we discuss, we get reports. This is what we do. So my advice is 5% of something
is better than
100% of nothing. And we like these titles of CEO.
We like them. We like them.
A CEO of nothing. Yeah, we like those titles of CEO. You are CEO, but you are CEO of nothing. You look at the Basco, go behind Basco, look at the shareholders. It's not run by one company, family, or one.
It's different skills that come together.
Of it. Look at all the companies in Northspruit and show me which. Well, go to Builders Warehouse, and look behind it. And see cash bills and look behind it. It's not one person. It may have been started by one guy, but you see, the thing is that as a guy that is starting the business, your brains and mind can only take you to a certain level, and you're going to get stale.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the shopkeepers in the townships there. You see, their brains could only take them up to the shopkeeper there.
You need somebody to take
Then you
it a
need
step
somebody to take it a step further.
So that's why you partner with people.
That's why you partner with someone else. Because then they bring in fresh mind to the business.
That makes good sense. Yeah.
Yes. We are looking at expansion at the gorge.
Yeah.
You see, we're looking at expansion at the gorge, but we are looking at companies that we can work with. Not that we want to, we are saying, but this guy, we can work with this guy. This guy, we can work with this guy. This guy's strength is this, so we can work with this guy. So as we are now working on our expansion across the country and Africa, is that we are not going to, I imagine if I have an establishment in Cape Town, KZN, Limpopo, and I'm alone, I'll die on the road.
Yeah.
I'll definitely die on the road trying to run to go check all these companies. I'll die. So it becomes important that as Black entrepreneurs, we must be able to understand the power of partnerships. Becomes very, very, very important around that.
Yeah.
And what also Nelspruit lacks is platforms to engage.
Okay.
Yeah. In Nelspruit, we talk about politicians and who has money and who does not have money as Black people.
Yeah.
You see, we never sit as Black people and engage and say, guys, here is Nelspruit. Where are we taking Nelspruit to?
Yeah.
How do we want to see Nelspruit growing? You see, Black people never discuss such things. You see, I have gone to white people's meetings where they are discussing the growth of Hoedspruit. And go see Hoedspruit now. I've gone there.
Exactly. It should not only be limited to Nelspruit.
Where do we want? Because it needs a bigger picture. And then if we create this bigger picture, is that then Sizwe says, oh, I can play a role here. Then Oupa says, I can play a role here. Then Tom says, oh, I can play a role. But it all fits in. But there's no, everybody wants to do his little thing. You know that. And we don't have the money, and we don't have the skills. And we don't, then we are stressed, then we're depressed, then things don't work, and we remain worse off than we were. So we're going to have to have these platforms.
It's a problem.
And these are platforms I miss when I'm in Johannesburg. Because you have a lot of them where people are engaging and say, hey, guys, there's an opportunity to grow a waterfall. Let's go create waterfall. Let's go. Now there's model fontaine. You see? So here, there's no discussion about, you don't even know when Nelspruit is growing to.
Whether it's developing east, west, north,
you don't know.
South.
You just see things happening. Because we don't have those platforms. And as Black people, is that we, especially in Mpumalanga and especially in Nelspruit, is that we've got to start shifting our thinking from the politics. We are so absorbed in politics.
But tenders are there.
About tenders. We are so absorbed that we never think beyond that. We never think beyond that. So I would advise that we need more platforms to engage and begin to say, Sizwe, we are here now. Where do we see ourselves?
Which I think you were trying to do with Dream South. I remember at some point you were mobilizing people to start a bank. But the politics in the province were that if you are seen with Oupa, you are not going to get access to tenders at that time. So the factions were so bad that Dream South struggled because many people didn't want to come there because if they are seen with me, they are not going to get tenders. It's a problem.
It's
a problem of a small town.
It's a problem of a small town, and it's a problem of small minds. You see, so do we have a huge opportunity in Mpumalanga? We've got an amazing opportunity that can change our fortunes in this province.
Yeah.
Amazing opportunity in all sectors.
Yeah.
You see, we're one of the provinces with great arable land for agriculture, and yet our agriculture contributes about 3% in the GDP of this province. You see, but I want to make a food garden.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, I'm not thinking commercial. So everything that we are doing, we are not thinking commercial. We are thinking survival.
Yeah.
You see, even when we make the money, you see, we are thinking of a Bentley, a Ferrari, like you buy 4 Lamborghinis that are the same color.
But as a person who has hustled hard, how do you reward yourself then? Just to say, look, I've worked.
I say to people, and they laugh about it.
Yeah.
And when I make it, and I speak to young people, and I'm like, hey guys, and they always laugh. I'm like, guys, 10% of my earnings.
Yeah.
And I've been laughing it and say, where show me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, I pay myself.
Yeah.
You see, all the things that I want, I'm going to pay myself. But I'm so disciplined that if that money is finished, it's finished.
Yeah, you don't go beyond.
Yeah. So I had to find a way of rewarding myself. Yeah. So someone says, this guy is wasting money. No. I'm not wasting money. You may see it as wasting money, but I'm rewarded. But you see, because I'm building stuff, you can see what I'm building. But in that, I still need to have fun. So if I need to go on holiday, or I need to go on a weekend getaway, it is my 10%. That's how disciplined I becomes. My 10%. I take it from that 10%. I pay myself.
Yeah.
First.
Exactly.
So I have to make myself happy because it is this body that must work and think. And if this body is not happy, the mind does not get to be creative.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I would say to these guys, there are things, and unfortunately, as Black people, and I think because of our struggles, we think that happiness comes from things. You see, so and that's why you see this greed that people are really not spending money on building the economy. They are spending money on themselves, on lifestyles.
Yeah.
Because we're thinking that the lifestyle will then buy me status. So I'll be the guy, Yeah. So I rather flex my Lamborghini, So I'm at a stage where now I want to flex this property. And I don't owe.
Yeah.
So we need to get to that level when we flex. Don't flex with the champagne, especially when you don't own it. You see, when you see me, if the day you see me flashing with a champagne bottle, you must know I own it.
Yeah.
And that flashing is marketing. You see, or I have a part in it.
Yeah.
When you see me, I promise you, the day you see me flashing with and flexing and blah blah with alcohol, holding bottles of alcohol, you must know I'm a shareholder in that thing.
Yeah.
And that is the mentality that we must have as a people.
Yeah.
You know?
And you are open about your own personal story of falling flat to the ground and try and rise again. What advice can you give to people, business people? Because you've lost many businesses. Can you count how many businesses you've tried?
I've tried. I'm the first guy that started a company called Lavish, which was online at the time. No one wanted to buy online, and I'd invested a lot of money into it. And I lost it. I lost it, and it was Trim South. Yeah. It was the clubs. It was quite a lot of projects, about 4, 5, 6
You even
projects.
failed to sell liquor at that time.
Yeah.
Why you didn't know much about it?
I couldn't even sell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure whether it had to do with the fact that I don't drink alcohol. But
maybe.
Yeah. But I couldn't be able, you see.
And sitting here, I could think it's a very simple
Yes.
business.
Yeah.
Have music, have liquor,
Yeah.
people come and dance and they drink.
Yes.
But those businesses do die.
They die. They die because we don't put systems in place. You know, we don't put systems, because the key thing in every business is that we put systems. When I talk to people about church, as you said, I'm a preacher.
Yeah.
I tell them that one of the most successful entrepreneurs was God. That when he created heaven and earth,
Yeah.
He never came back to run it.
Yeah, that's a brilliant point. Yeah.
Yeah. God never came back tomorrow and said, "Let there be the sun again."
Yeah.
And then he never came back and said, "Let there be trees again."
He said,
And
it's beautiful. I'm living it.
So what he did was to create systems and put systems in place so that this system can run this business called Earth.
Okay.
Yes. So the guy that started McDonald's in the US is not here in Nelspruit running McDonald's. He's created a system to run McDonald's. You know. So what we then need to do and learn as Black people is to create systems in our businesses.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to strive for.
Yeah.
You know.
But coming back from falling flat on the ground and coming back again, like you did, is there a formula? What is it?
There's no. I think for me, more than anything else, I think my spirituality helped me.
Okay.
Because as I was going through that, you know, I could refer it to the scriptures of Job.
Okay.
See, so it helped me. It was painful. I slipped into depression.
Yeah.
You know, and many guys, they slip into depression, they drink, and they never come back. But I think for me, my spirituality helped me, because as I read the Bible and everything, I could really, my life, even now, as I live, everything, I can then relate it to a verse. I can relate it to a verse that this happened, and that strengthens me and gives me hope. And that, you know, this God that I worship, you know, will not forsake me.
Yeah.
You know, and from there, it doesn't end there. Then it ends up being able to, like the prodigal son who said, you know what, I can't be sitting here with these pigs, you know, I can actually, so he picked himself up. So you're going to have to come to a point in life when you accept to say, you know what, I'm in this situation and I think I can actually do better.
I must pick myself up.
I must pick myself up. And that's what I did. You see, and that's what I did.
But the underlying point you're emphasizing is that you should spiritually be stable as well.
I think we should be spiritually stable. I think I would, you know, and I say to people, and that's one thing that people don't realize, is that without realizing that entrepreneurs are spiritual people. You see, their faith is amazing. It's on another level, because these guys conceptualize this through faith. And then makes it come to pass. You know, so they're very spiritual, but some of them don't realize that their faith is much greater than the millions that are filling our churches. You know, because the guy went into Graskop Gorge and saw something which many people didn't see. People were they just saw a field there with there, you know. But entrepreneurs, because of their faith, they are like, no. There is an opportunity here.
Yeah.
You see, so I would want to encourage entrepreneurs to also focus on their spiritual well-being. It's important as a foundation to help you when you go through tough times.
Yeah.
It is really, 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 because when you go through tough times, your best friends leave. Yeah. Your partner leaves. Yeah. Your family look at you like you are an outcast in the family. Because they are no longer getting the things that they were getting from you.
Yeah.
You see. So
we're concluding.
So it becomes important to be able to say it is you and your God.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So because everybody else around you leaves.
Hey, that's a very lonely experience. Yeah. Okay. Somebody said, I quit my job, you call me stupid. I started a business, you said it's not going to work. My business failed, you said I told you so. I started a new one, you said I never learned. Now the business is working, you say I'm privileged.
Yes.
If I listened to you, I would not have made it either. But you're teaching out free advice, and I found this to be very powerful as I look at your social media, scrolling through, and you never tire to encourage people to. Is the preacher inside you?
I'm a preacher. You know, and not only am I a preacher, I'm a teacher by qualification, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm qualified to be a teacher. I went to Elijah Mango College.
Okay.
Yeah, and I graduated to be a teacher. So I teach, but I never went to. But that teacher in me continues in these platforms, you know. And also, I mean, so why shouldn't we be creating a role models out of ourselves? Why do we want our kids and everybody else that is on social media to have people that are flexing alcohol and flexing all this money that they steal through tenders, through July, Deben July, and the people and our young people think that is the life. You know, so we are called differently. You know, I may have not been called in a pulpit in church, but I may have been called in these 50,000 people that follow me on my social media platforms. You know. And these are the people that I preach to, you know, and these are the people that I just make them see things and interpret them to the level where they understand, and I continue to share, you know, things about them, because we got to. There are many people that are going through what we are going through, but when you talk about it and you share information, you make their life easy, because then they realize, oh, I'm not the only one. You know, oh, I was thinking about this, and no, Oupa said, you know, this is the problem. Look at how Oupa wrote here and said, this is how he resolved it. So without us knowing that we are preaching the word and we are creating disciples out there, these social media platforms for some of us must then be used to empower and encourage our people that despite all these challenges that we have in this country, we still have huge, I mean, I see huge opportunities in this country.
Okay.
You know, and as I get closer to my retirement, it's even worse. Now it's worse, because only now that I'm really now energized to be starting new businesses.
Entrepreneurs don't retire as such.
No, I'm retire and do what? You die when you die.
Yeah, for sure. But now, can you tell us a bit more about Graskop Gorge Lift, 34 certain the business that we are running?
One of the things,
what do you offer? What is there?
So if you look at 34, 34 was my guest house. As I said, that when I wanted to leave government, I bought this guest house. But we were hit by COVID. And when we were hit by COVID, then we struggled like any other business in the spread. But then I had to think outside the box and say, how do I reposition this place? And then government decided to institute cost curtailment measures, because the biggest clientele of us were municipalities and people that were coming to sleep here in town for meetings. And then they decided, no, now we are going hybrid. You know, so I had to reposition the guest house, not only as a sleeping place, but also as an events kind of hosting space. You know, where people also come and chill. You know, so I don't have to wait for Caesar to come and sleep. But Caesar, who stays next door, can say, let me walk to 34 and have a drink. You know, I've got a birthday party. You know what? I need a venue. I don't want to go far. let me go to,
Oh, so it's a matter of packaging
So I package
services.
this, so I package these services. So now we offer accommodation, now we offer dining, now we offer event space, now we offer a meeting space.
Okay.
So if you've got a meeting of 40 people, we've got a conference room that can take you, and we use this place now. What I was intending to do with Dream South. Now I'm beginning to use this space again. Now as a place where I host my workshops. I all those workshops that are now I host them here.
Oh,
now,
that's great.
Even other lifestyle events that we host. We've got a yoga event next week. We host sip and paints.
Okay.
We host a number of other events that so you basically have to reposition it, because then now your biggest customer is dwindling now, so therefore, you've got to reposition that business.
Great.
And with Graskop, many people asked us, but do you think a lift in the forest will work? They never believed in us. But we knew that one of the the phase of tourism, again, and you've got to do your research. We knew that the phase of tourism is changing. And the phase of tourism now is more young people. And young people want to do stuff.
The adventurous.
And in this province, there was little to do. Except just go around the potholes and go around the waterfalls and take pictures. So that's basically what we did, because we saw the niche and we said, this is going to work. But also we realized that there is now, after COVID, people also had intended to go out a lot. And that's why we had to change some of the plans that we had. So if you look at our activities, most of the activities were a thought after. It was not intentional. So when you look at the zip lines, you look at we were not thinking about that, but we thought about them after. COVID to say, but these are activities now. Let's drop the activities that we were thinking about with the business and listen to the crowd that comes here as to what they want. Yes. And then we designed products around them. And that's basically one of the advices that I would give to businesses, to say, listen to the business. You may have your own idea and start the business, but the customers, as they come,
listen to them.
Listen. They will tell you where they want the business. We started here, and all we wanted to do was a restaurant. And I promise you, the first 4 or 5 months, it never worked. But people would, and what worked was people were coming here for events. So we decided again, it was costly. We decided because then we had to close for a period and break and open up spaces to have more people having spaces for their birthdays. Because now we are listening. So now we are seeing almost 70% of our income comes from events.
Is it? Okay.
It comes from events. I mean, we're going to be, as we are interviewing now, we are hosting over 40, 50 people now. Those are the people that are coming. So that's basically the model that we are using now. So you've got to listen to the business. You've got to be entrepreneurial. You've got to learn. You've got to be able to look at the trends, in the market. What are the trends in the market? And create products that respond to your customers. Don't say, I don't know, And one of the things that we do as Black people is that we don't create, Black people don't create businesses for customers. They create business for themselves. So we've got to learn as Black people that businesses are not created for us. They are created to solve problems of people. You see, so therefore you are building it for the customer, not for yourself.
Yeah, very important lesson.
Yes.
And thanks a lot.
Thank you. For
your journey has been amazing in life.
Thank you.
As I said, I still don't believe we are still 30 years after all these things, but it's okay. But
thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks a lot.
I hope your subscribers will enjoy this episode.
No, very important.
Thank you.
With the business part is really it's nice as well. So and the politics are nice. Current issues, good. So
thanks.